Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halam La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Barakah Kodash, which means all praises to Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Barakah Kodash means in the Holy Spirit, Spirit of truth, only way we can worship the Father and the Son. Double, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who are preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. It's Brother Mathati from the Great Millstone Camp, the branch on Des Moines. And like you see on your screen here, this is a lesson from the big bro, the elder Ariala down in Dallas. And it's entitled, This Life is a Side Hustle. And I want to land back, off this lesson. And yeah, let's just get into it. So now, I entitled this lesson Proper Perspective because what Yahweh Shai was doing unto the disciples turned apostles, he was putting them in a proper mindset. He was giving them a proper perspective, right? So now when we look up this word perspective, it's late 14th century perspective, the science, the study of optics, which goes back into sight or seeing. From Old French perspective and directly from medieval Latin perspectiva, science of optics, perspectives of sight, optical, from Latin perspectus, clearly perceived, right? So when you go into the word inspect, look through, look closely at, is per, which is through, and spicere, which is to look at, right? Or to look through, or to look closely, or inspect. So it's giving us the proper mindset that we should have. What did Yahweh Shah tell us? Here in Matthew, the 6th chapter, is the book of Matthew, chapter 6. And I started 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Where will your mind be, right? The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So this eye is talking about your mind's eye. So if we have our mind set toward what? The goal, then our body shall be full of light. Now what the elder was going into was explaining that this life is nothing but a side hustle. And that's what Yahweh Shah was telling his disciples. This is the book of Matthew, the 16th chapter, and the 24th verse. Then said Yahweh Shah unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Now, when you go into this word, no, wrong one, deny, you can see here it's a compound word. It's two Greek words put together. But we're going to get this definition B. To forget oneself, lose sight of oneself and one's own interests. So if your perspective is not on just you, yourself, and what the saying is me, myself, and I. So you lose perspective of it's not just what I want or what I want to do or how I live my life. Now it's on what? The will of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. Right? See, we lose sight of our own interests or our own plans and desires, and we look forward to pleasing Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. And how do we do that? We do that through faith. We do that by believing the promise that he gave unto our forefathers. It tells us here in the book of Hebrews. I don't know, I always do that. It's a lot. It tells us here in the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, speaks about how our forefathers, verse 13, Hebrews 11 and 13, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off. So our forefathers had the proper perspective. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Elijah, King David, so forth and so on, man. And were persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth, meaning we just passing through here, man. This is not our rest here, as it is written in Micah, the 2nd chapter. In Hebrews 4, it says what? That if the Lord would have given us rest, he wouldn't have spoken of another day. Right? So we're looking forward into the kingdom of heaven. That's what we're looking forward to. So even though here we have mother, father, wives, children, right? Let's see. This is the book of Luke 14 and 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father. Now you go into this word hate. When you look down into the Strong's definition, it means to love less. You see? Because the laws tell you to honor thy mother and father, right? In the book of Sirach, it tells you how you can't pay them back for the things they have done for you. So Yahweh Shah is not telling you to say fuck your moms or fuck your father, man. No, he's teaching us a proper perspective once again, right? Just like when a man marries a woman, what did it say in Genesis, right? Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. So when you marry a woman, your priority is not your mother or father anymore. Your priority is your woman. Well, here it is, according to Wisdom of Solomon, 8th chapter. It's Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 1. Wisdom, I don't know why I got blabbermouth for some reason. Wisdom reacheth from one end, Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 1. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doeth she order all things. I loved her and saw her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. So our mindset is set towards this knowledge. How to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in order to be delivered into the kingdom of heaven and the immortality to come. You see? Now let's go back. This is ultimately what Yahweh Shai is telling his disciples. Let's read it again. Luke 14 and 26. We're married to this ministry. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what? Is our priority. Not ourselves, not our women, not our parents, not our children. And Lord will, I hope I, can expound and make that clear, as the lesson goes on. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So it's the same thing what Yahweh Shah said about what? Denying ourselves. Not only denying ourselves, but denying our mothers, our fathers, our wives, our children. Now, is that telling you that you're not supposed to take care of your household? No, that's not telling you that. Because what does the scripture say? First Timothy 5 and 8. But if any provide not for his own, right? Meaning take care of yourself, and especially for those of his own house, your wife and your children, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So how can you correlate, or how can you understand Paul saying this, but Yahweh Shah making that statement back in Luke or back in Matthew? Because it's putting us in a proper perspective. It's not telling us to forsake or to leave our family high and dry. It's not telling us that. It's putting us in a proper mindset that this word comes first. You see? You're supposed to take care of your parents, man, if they're in their old age. It tells you that in the book of Sirach. You're supposed to care for your wife, as is written in the book of Ephesians. You're supposed to take care of your children, right? What do y'all should I say? You being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, right? So here it is. We have those things that we have to do. It's not saying leave those things behind, but it's saying what? It's a proper perspective. The work comes first. Your woman when it's Saturday, Your woman want to go out to eat. We never hang out. Let's go watch a movie. Yeah, it's cool. I'll do that after we come from camp. You know? It's the priority. You see? Because it tells us in 1 Corinthians 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 1 Corinthians 7 and 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. So if you got a wife, you got to act like you don't have one, like you just forsake her. No. Paul is talking about a proper perspective, man. You see? Because he also told us to do what? This is this what I'm looking for? I believe it is. But let me just see. Yep. Same one. 1 Corinthians 7 and 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. Right? Meaning you have to spend time with your woman. You have to be intimate so you can fulfill those urges so that you don't be strayed to go off into another. You see? So there's a time and place for all these things as it is written in the book of Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Right now, seeing that we at the end, we're in the season of what? Having our priority or having our mindset set on this word. This word comes first. The ministry comes first before anything. Just like when we read here in the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah tells the Lord through the mouth of Jeremiah tells the people two different things, right? This is the book of Jeremiah. How's it worded? Man, because I already know how many precepts gonna pop up if I just put in children. Salaki, bear with me. Because it speaks about he told the people in one chapter. I know I passed it up. Because it speaks about yep. This is Jeremiah 16 and 1. The word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcass shall be meat for the and for the beast of the earth. Right? So the Lord was saying, look, don't settle down here, man, because destruction is about to come upon this place. Right? But yet, in another one, he said what? Thought I said you should be here a long season. But let's see. That was Jeremiah 16. I think it's further. Yep. This is Jeremiah 29. And 5, build ye houses and dwell in them, plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for it, for in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. So when we got delivered into Babylon, he said we would be there for 70 generations, I think the scripture says. You know? So we would be there for a minute. Right? So this is a time and a season. So you can get confused when you read what the Lord said not to do this, but then he said do that here. No, it's giving us a proper perspective. Right? Just like the scriptures tell us not to be given over to our appetites. Let's get that. This is the book of Sirach 18 and 30. Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thy appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee, man. Right? So is that saying that you're just supposed to deny yourself continually and, no, I ain't watching no TV. I ain't doing nothing. Nope. I'm just sitting in front of the TV. I'm watching apostles all day. I'm reading the scriptures. No, the scriptures also tell you what? This is Sirach 14. And 14, defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee, man. So there's a time and place. And it's giving us a proper perspective. Yes, we have liberty to where we can do certain things where, brothers like playing basketball, brothers like going out to eat, go to the movie, so forth and so on, right? Might take your woman out and do certain things. Might take your children to zoos or aquariums and so forth. And, it's not telling you not to do those things, man. Take your parents out, for lunch or, it's not telling you not to do those things, man. But the priority is this ministry. See, everything else is just a side hustle. Like the elder explained, you don't put all your effort and energy into a side hustle. It's the side hustle. So it's the same thing here. And this is what the Lord is telling us. Man, there's another one in Sirach where it speaks about do good to thyself. See? Because there's a balance, man. You had one guy that said, y'all make serving the Lord look boring. Yeah, because that's a nigga that just want to be all in his lust, man. That's a nigga that he don't want to refrain from his appetites. He don't want to deny himself. He don't want to lose sight of his own interests. He think he can serve the Lord and still do whatever the hell he want to do, like the majority of these Israelite camps do, man. No, we have to conform unto the scriptures because the scripture's not going to conform unto us. So we have to make Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, this ministry, our priority. Our eyes is set on the goal. Everything else is in our peripheral. We see it. It's there. But that ain't what we focused on, man. Sirach 14 and 11, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. And each one of us have to find that balance within ourselves, man. Of knowing when it's time to proverbially let our head on. Or when it's time to, you know what? Nope, I've been giving myself over. I've been giving myself over to my flesh too much. No, now it's time to, I got to cut this off. I got to cut that off. Right? So that nothing can have the mastery over us. As Paul wrote, all things might be lawful, but all things might not be expedient. All things might be lawful, but I will not be brought under the power of any. You see? So giving the tenets to reading, exhortation, and doctrine, as it told us in 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter, that's having our eyes single. And then now we're able to discern, because going back into proper perspective, what did it say? Clearly perceived, right here from Latin. Right here, right? Clearly perceived. Let's get that word perceive. Become aware of, gain knowledge of. To perceive, notice, see, recognize, understand, right? To grasp with the mind. You see that? To understand, to grasp with the mind. Our purpose, our role here, man. You see? So yes, we provide for ourselves. We have to have a job. We don't just deny everything. Yes, we take care of our children. We take care of our wives. Yes, we honor our parents, right? But the word comes first. Yes, we have a good time, play some music, drink a little yayan, you know, have a good time. But that's after what? The work has been done. The priorities set in order. You see? And this is what's going to get us delivered out of here, man. It's having that proper balance, having that proper temperance through the Spirit of the Lord. And that's through these precepts. And that's what's going to allow us to get through the shit that's about to come. You know? We seeing the financial stability of this place crumbling, man. So these things we've been prophesying about, starting with the apostles and elders, is right around the corner. Are we ready? Having a proper perspective and understanding these things, it will allow us to be ready, man. Because we're not invested in nothing here. Whether our parents bug out, oh my God, no, you have to take this in order to feed your children and not, you know. That's when you be like, nah, moms and pops bugging. Nah, you know, I'm gonna obey the Lord rather than men. Your wife, oh my God, you know. Hearing your children cry and all that, man. See, this is what's going to keep us strong. What it says about, man, is that Wisdom of Solomon? Wisdom of Solomon 10, I think it is. Man, how is it worded? So it's not an Apocrypha. Man, I knew it was 10. How did I overlook it? Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 5. Moreover, the nations in their wicked conspiracy being confounded, and that's the Tower of Babel, she found out the righteous and preserved him blameless unto the Most High and kept him strong against his tender compassion toward his son. So that's talking about what? Our forefather Abraham. He loved Isaac. But yet when the Lord said sacrifice him, what? Wisdom, this understanding, him having a proper perspective, allowed him to not fall victim to his love or his compassion for his son, man. And once again, this is going to allow us to stand firm in the times to come. Because we have kept the word of the Lord's patience, he shall keep us from the hour of temptation, man. No matter what comes at us, whether it's mother or father or wives or children or brethren, whoever it is, man. Because we have a proper perspective, right? And I hope all this is making sense, you know. What else did I have? Oh, yep. I had the second Esdras. Second Esdras 16. And man, yeah. Verse 18 and 19, man. And 20. You know, that's what's coming upon this place. But I'm gonna scroll down. Look at this. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, man. It's gonna be bad out here, man. It's gonna be bad out here. This is verse 40 though. Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Going back into Hebrews 11. Once again, our forefathers had the proper perspective. They wasn't invested in this life. They looked forward to what was to come. What it tells us in 2nd Esdras 8. 2nd Esdras 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. And our forefathers was looking forward to that world to come for thousands of years, man. And now look at us here, right around the corner from it. You see? Back to Sirach 16 and 40. So we just passing through. We're not invested. Once again, we're not invested in the society, man. You see? See, this not us being just delivered into this, you know, just like that Jeremiah we read. The Lord had just delivered the Israelites into the Babylonian captivity, which is why he told them, look, plant vineyards and do this and pray for the peace of the city so that you can be cool. Guess what? There ain't no peace to the wicked now. We at the end. This place is done. So we shouldn't have the mentality of building up houses and planting vineyards and building communities. No, bro. No. This place is going down, man. Judgment is about to come. So it says, verse 41, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose, right? Once again, you're not invested in this place. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. You see? They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers, man. And therefore they that labor in vain. See, these people who are invested in this society, and their mindset is in 10 years and 20 years, bro, all that shit is going to be in vain, man. But what did the Lord tell us? Right? He told us in Sirach 16 and 13, the sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience, right, of the godly shall not be frustrate. Now, when you go into that word frustrate, you can see here, it says, make of no avail, bring to nothing, prevent from taking effect or come into fulfillment, to deceive, disappoint, make vain. You see? So our patience is not in vain. What we're doing is going to bring a reward. And we have to have a proper perspective in that, man. See, a lot of guys get tired of, living the life that we live. They want to give in to their flesh. They want to go back into the world and live it up and party and live their best life. Well, all that shit is in vain, man. You see? Once again, like the elder said in his lesson, man, this life is just a side hustle. And everything with it. Your job, your woman, your parents, everything with it. The main goal, the main priority is this ministry, It's to making sure that each of us as individuals are right in the sight of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, man. So I think that's a good place to end it. Lord will, I hope this was edifying and I hope it made sense. I kind of feel like I was all over the place, but once again, I hope it was edifying. Thawadi Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Baruch HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.